Good morning.
Good morning, our friends.
Your cards.
Wednesday, I have my cards. I have everything ready. Nearly.
Good morning, Sandy and Kevin. Live your best. Mariana, Group 66. Evelyn Martin, Lori Sue Craig and Clamet. BP. Cindy Faust. Mayor S. Jana F. I haven't seen that name before. Anyways, it's just loading to live now.
And we have a nice, that amount of snow. Poor Cheryl was shoveling the snow, and Richard did the same thing for us.
Yeah.
And our neighbor, the wonderful neighbor that were longer than us on our clothes, they are moving out in the weather like that. I feel sorry for them.
There are a lot of people who are probably on the move and they have worse weather than we do.
Yeah, but it is, yesterday was so nice.
So Kevin Birdwell is asking, will Pakistan break up this year or any part of Pakistan become independent?
I see a lot of struggle, a lot of streets protests, and maybe even bombs, but I don't know if that means that they will break up. Your intuition is probably better than mine, but for the security of the country, it's better if it's bigger than smaller, so there will be some laws not allowing them to move away from the one country. But there will be a lot of, like it was before, bombs.
You ready?
Yeah.
Can put those back?
Oh, yeah. I thought, what is she asking?
Live our best, 34. Will the Czech Republic be safe to live? Is there any risk of war with Russia?
Oh, I think you are the new viewer that I met, but that might be my just guessing. If Czech Republic will be 3 cards.
1, 2, 3.
As safe as long as Europe will be united. If there will be some problems, then you will be probably in better position than Poland is. There will be some casualties. Oh, tough journey. But Angel of Love will be trying to keep eye on everyone and keep the country safe. But there will be some problems. Even not long ago, there were some problems. The shooter in Prague, you remember, on university, that it's like unbelievable, but so we have to be ready for everywhere with someone who is crazy and has a gun.
Marianne is asking, can you please look into the reincarnation of any of the disciples from Christ? Have any reincarnated in our lifetime? Are any of them on earth today?
I should be better with the Bible. And actually, our son Roman was yesterday, and he said, Mom, can I borrow the big Bible? I said, well, I said that one is for you, one is for Leszek, so take the one that you wanted and read it, because he's reading Bible. Go figure out. His best friend for so many years, several years, or maybe even 20, is a Muslim.
Mm-hmm.
And they are sharing information. And he said, the newer Bibles, they don't have those information. So he wants the old one. But
1.
I'm not
So this is about reincarnation of any disciple. 2, 3.
Yes, they are in different religions. So they are not only in the Catholic religion. They are teaching, they are gurus in different religions or leaders teaching religions and teaching people to be good. I'm not good with the names, so don't even think. Not as many as it used to be. They are doing good job and they are going to the top. They have a lot of backstabbers, but they are doing as much as they can do. So they are still on the mission from that time.
Well, there's commonality of all religions. It's just how man chops it all up.
And I think every religion wants us to be better.
Mm-hmm.
It's just the people who are twisting it.
It's supposed to be inclusive, not exclusive.
Yeah, and to be good, not to be bad.
Alice is wondering, is Trump's first wife, Ivana, haunting him? Or in his dreams? One, two, three.
Well, he is having a problem sleeping, so he is kicking, and that's the reason Melania doesn't want to sleep with him. He's screaming and kicking during the night. So probably Ivana is... The real name of Ivanka is Ivana. Like my real name is Violetta, but my family, everyone was always calling me Viola. It's a shorter, nicer version of the same name. But official Ivanka is registered as Ivana. That's just the digression. Well, he feels most of the time safe when now he can't sleep even, so he thinks that that's the battle with her and with the ghosts of the banks and so on. So, and Letitia Jones is scaring him even more than Ivana.
Well, Letitia James, I mean,
James,
she's got his number, yeah.
Oh my gosh, he has. And he called Melania, come help me, show up yourself in Mar-a-Lago. So she said, why? Oh, because, everyone is missing Katie. Why they don't miss you anymore? So she showed up and they asked her, are you going to be with your husband on the campaign? And she said, like, I will keep you posted or keep watching, something like that. So
but she hasn't been showing up in court.
She is not.
Now with the case with Stormy Daniels coming up, how does she think about all this stuff that's going to come? Last time she was really, really upset with him. Now she's going to find out even more.
3 cards.
1, 2, 3.
She is like a volcano bubbling inside, but she can't blow up because she is afraid of him. So I bet that she will have some problem with her guts too, because everything is in her stomach, in her guts. The problem that she is not able to face it. We have to say it what we think, and she's not allowed to. So that will cause Melania eventually some health issues. She wants to be above everything, and she will learn about the money, beginning new adventure for her. She has to think about herself, not about that he is any. She will learn the truth. Now she is learning how rich he is, because to her he was the sugar daddy, and now he isn't.
Donna D made a comment here about she thinks that there's a double for Trump. Will Trump's lookalike take over his court appointments? Seems like I'm the only one talking about it. I can see the difference between the two. Am I crazy? Do you think that there is a double for Trump?
There is hundreds on the stage. I know that. It's hard to trick out.
1, 2, 3.
If there is any, I was joking that it will be easy to figure out by smell. It will be obvious. There is no other Trump. Trump is Trump. I don't know if there will be someone who will try to be celebrating, but then it will be easy to discover, and he will be in hot water. So I don't know if that will be possible to duplicate Trump.
Well, when he goes to court, then he goes out and he talks to the press, and it is Trump.
There is Trump. There is no one else who can mimic him as good. But he may have sometimes a double, entry to the court or somewhere where he can be assassinated.
Like when he was first inaugurated. Do you remember the meal? They have the great big meal right after the inauguration.
And he asked,
and
switch the plates.
A plate of food was put in front of Melania, and then his plate came, and he switched them in case his was going to be poisoned.
And he would sacrifice her.
Yeah, he would. I thought that was so interesting.
That's, so low.
He thinks of himself only. Evelyn Martin is asking about, she lives in northwestern Ontario. We have a missing person here, Melania Lapis, age 35, who has a little boy who needs her. She's been missing since February 24th. Do you pick up anything on?
And how old is the boy?
I don't know how old the boy is, but she is 35 and she's missing.
She is missing?
She is missing.
And her name is Melania Lapis?
Yeah, Melania Lapis, Lapis.
I hope I'm wrong. My mother's brother has a wonderful wife, and her aunt came to visit them a long time ago, many years, about 20 few years ago. And she had some problem, mental problem. And they found her body, because they put her on a train. She was going back to the convent, and they found her body under the train, on the railings.
So you don't think it's going to be a successful?
Something not like we were looking for her that time. Everyone was, for 2 days, no one knew what happened to her. And then they eventually found her body on the rail. And I see someone laying on the, but I hope I'm wrong. I will put 3 cards.
1, 2, 3.
A reason to celebrate. Angel of Love and the card. There was some struggle, maybe, but she was in argument with someone. So it's hopefully it's not what I'm seeing.
MCO Knits, KNITS. Hello from Toronto. Mitch McConnell's sister-in-law, Angela Chow.
50 years old.
CEO of the family shipping company, died last month in mysterious circumstances. Her car entered a pond on a deserted Texas ranch at midnight. Was it an accident or murder or suicide?
I see her. Oh, I'm dizzy right now. When you started reading, and when I asked my husband before, when I was reading that, I said, hold my hands and ask me. So when he asked me, I had that kind of shock. I think she might have a heart attack or stroke. 50 years old only, and her sister looks gorgeous. It's much older, but looks really, I don't like Mitch, but you have to admit that his wife is very pretty. And they were sisters, so they both very much looks alike. she's much younger, and something like choking, and the emergency was not able to come on time. And she was in electric car. I don't know how those electric cars are under the water.
Oh, that's interesting.
So that can be execution if you are in everything is metal, and
electronic, that would shut down.
Because it was like that, I said shock, and then feeling.
Barbara Luttrell is asking, can you please expand on possible earthquakes in Illinois, and the year they would occur? You're not good at time.
It's very hard.
There is no time for that.
And I said there will be a lot of earthquakes. Yesterday, my son came and we were cooking together. I was teaching him his grandfather's recipe. And he said that he is predicting earthquakes. I said, well, I will mention this will be related to eclipse, and he thinks it is something that it's building up on the Vancouver area.
That was already in the news a couple of weeks ago.
Was it? Mm-hmm. He probably knows that. Thank you.
1, 2, 3.
Illinois. It's again the same symbol. I saw like zigzag, so it will be going in the zigzagging, some earthquake over there, moving forward. It will be under control. It's not going to be horrific. So because the symbol of control. And with the eclipse, we can expect a lot of earthquakes and volcanoes. I was predicting that for this year. And Greenland, yes, is having so many of Iceland.
Charm Cruz is asking, can you check if Judge Cannon will get the better of Jack Smith? What will be the outcome of that case?
3 cards.
1, 2, 3.
He feels like the accordion squeeze, and then he feels like he has to open the accordion, and the music will start to be extremely strong. And it is that sharp movement. I never play on accordion. I sold quite a few. But I'm not a musical person. But at least I know when you are squeezing, there is a sound. But then when you are opening it, it
takes in the air.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So playing together with her, backstabbing her. But he needs to lean on her. Oh gosh. So it is, and she's the one who is backstabbing him even more than he backstabbed her. Because she is all pro-Trump. And I don't know if he is feeling they will be playing together, kind of.
So they've been watching Trump and his movements, because that's what he does with his hands.
Yeah. Richard is always saying, give him accordion so he can at least play. He's pretending to play, and he is... because when you see him moving with his hands when he is lying, especially, then he's moving with his hands. And I have to mention something. On Saturday, I had wonderful guest, Christina. Hello, Christina. If you are flying, or because Christina is a stewardess, or she has few different jobs between, she is even a doctor of homeopathy, and a real estate agent and yoga teacher. So she came to visit me second time. She flew to Edmonton and then she drove. And thank you for your wonderful present and the time that you spent with me in my store. And then she went back because she had the night. I felt so sorry because she sacrificed her time off to, instead of rejuvenating herself, she came.
But maybe that did rejuvenate her.
We had wonderful time. And in the past life, I said we were sisters. So you never met her, but she's wonderful. And yesterday I was shopping, and Timothy from Radio, he stopped me. I knew him from a long time ago. He was customer in my store. And he said, I'm watching you and Cheryl. You girls are wonderful. You are doing such a great job. Thank you, Timothy, for watching us for so many years. And me.
Sloopy 5191, can you take a look at how involved Melania was when Trump was entertaining foreign people in Europe?
In Europe?
Mm-hmm. Was she just eye candy, or was she actually working?
3 cards.
1, 2, 3.
She got that outfit from Dolce Gabbana, $65,000. So she had the reason to feel like a model and showing her outfits. Candy wave. Oh, they have battles between 2 of them. She felt like cheating. And she was doing some kind of work. That's modeling is a job, so she was doing her job.
Was she looking out for a new husband?
She's always looking. Secure.
Peter Navarro, he was one of Trump's top aides, and he's the first one to make it to prison.
Mm-hmm.
Expected a 4-month sentence for defying Congress, their subpoena. He's expected to get out perhaps within 90 days. He was talking just before he went into the Miami prison that, executive privilege, and he has all these things. And how is it really going to be when he's in prison? Is he going to have a reality check of some kind?
We never been in the prison. I never even visit. So, it's not that we can.
We have no way to relate to that.
Relate to that.
But is it going to be way different than he's bragging about it?
And he was a professor.
Was he?
Yeah. And I think he was in Fox News as well.
2, 3.
He was in news, but I don't know which ones. He's today spitting, talking to himself and being so angry. And he will be in confinement for a few days to check if he doesn't have any illnesses and so on.
Mm-hmm.
So that he's talking to himself. He's very upset. He's very furious that they are treating him like that.
Oh, yes.
He's laying down by himself and he has so many goals and plans for himself, but he's feeling beat up and backstabbed. And he thinks, how come Trump didn't save me? And, Trump didn't save so many other people before. And it was under his watch.
No.
Metaphor was Peter Metaphor, what was
Manafort.
Manafort. He is now again working for Trump for re-electing him.
And Trump gave him a pardon near the end of his sentence.
And he has tattoo of, I am working for Russia, and they know they can see that tattoo. Entertainment only. But, he went for that to prison. Trump took, in, how you say that he was letting him free.
He gave him a pardon.
And now he is treating him like a regular Joe, helping him to be reelected. And he knows that the guy was working for oligarchs, for Russia.
So is he having any regrets at all of uniting with Trump? Because everybody seems to end up in prison.
Thank you, Group 66. Not yet. Navarro thinks, Peter Navarro, he thinks that he still will have so many supporters and he's looking for them at the prison. But this is kind of different prison. They are better class than the prisoners in Rikers. That one was more tough and there was more Trump's supporters. This one, even if it is in Florida, they are more educated, so they are not as crazy about Trump as he is. And they think, well, if I'm sitting here, why Trump can't be sitting here?
Well, they all go to prison and Trump gets off.
So unfairly he is treated. He is treated unfairly because he is getting away with so many bad things. What do you see for Navalny's wife, Maggie Walker? 3 cards.
1, 2, 3.
She is ready to jump from the trampoline. She is standing on the edge of the trampoline and she is ready to jump in the movement and be related with her husband's work more. She loves her husband, even he is gone. But I'm not saying that it will be as big profile as he was. So she will be doing a lot of job, but it's part-time work to me. So half work will be done, not as much as she is hoping for.
Now, former President Barack Obama visited the British Prime Minister, Rishi Sunak, amidst reports of a plot to oust him. What was this meeting about? Why did he go to visit Sunak?
And
they're trying to think about getting Sunak out.
That
was going on at the same time. But why did Obama go to visit him? What was the meeting about? It's the first time Obama's done that.
Yeah, he doesn't get too involved with the 3 cards.
1, 2, 3.
Well, they are very secretive about that, and they have some informations that Obama wants to take to USA. But they have some secret informations. So they are talking about something really secret under some, and Biden trusts only Obama to go there to do that, to bring that information to him.
So it's intel that doesn't go through the regular channels, eh?
No, they don't want to go through that channel, so it is something related to Russia or Israel, but that's what something related to law, medical, and someone who is doing silly things. Well, maybe they have something about Trump doing silly things, because who is doing really the craziest things in the world? And
I'm so looking forward to the day where he's not on TV or in the news at all.
You mean you don't want to sit with me anymore?
I just want to go see a movie after the fact.
Yeah,
where it's done and he's out, and
they will have to feed us with the movie for the rest of our life.
Well, we went to that one of
the father of Liz Cheney,
Yeah.
Dick Cheney.
Dick Cheney. That was a quick movie. I mean, it just is firing all the information like crazy.
But it was a good movie.
It was very, very good.
Yeah, but it was. They didn't open some drawers too completely, but we knew what they were talking about. The undergoing story about the young man who is father of two young girls who gave his heart. His heart was given to.
Well, it was kind of not given.
Well, was taken.
He was kind of targeted that his heart was a match.
Perfect match to Dick Cheney's heart, and he was ex-army guy. Well,
he was a Marine or
Marine,
Army
I think,
person,
yeah. So, this was, well, we knew what we were seeing, and most people wouldn't even pay attention to that. And they didn't found the car that hit him.
No. Elisa Manzini, can I donate to ask a question? You can ask a question no matter what.
But you can donate.
Donations
as well.
are appreciated,
welcome,
but you don't need to buy a question. Sabita, Sabbeeta, the fish in the Florida Keys are acting strangely, swimming in circles. Can you see a reason?
And this is what kind of dolphins?
No, fish. The fish in Florida Keys are acting strangely, swimming in circles. Can you see a reason?
There must be some sinking hole there. That's when the water is going in the bathtub, in the toilet. Thank you so much, Elisa Manzini. And it is that it's probably, and they were saying that Bermuda Triangle might have those sinkholes in the ocean. They have a lot of problems with sinkholes in Florida. So this could be the reason.
Mm-hmm.
And it's funny thing, I will just say as a digression, that when you are draining the bathtub or toilet, on one side of the globe, it's going one direction, and on the other, it's going
the opposite.
Just on Ecuador, they have a problem because it's not
on the equator.
It's not going so easy. I thought.
So you think there's something under there that's stirring?
Yeah. Okay. And that was probably a reason that some ships sank as well. So avoid that place if you can, because that's. I will put 3 cards because.
1, 2, 3.
There will be. They eventually will figure out that the scientists will have to investigate, and they already know that they have that on the agenda, so they know that there are places that they have that.
Just Kendra is saying that neurological at this point, all the beached whales too.
So. And animals knows more than we do. So if there is any volcano, they will be probably going crazy ways, or they are aware about volcanoes, eruption, or earthquakes before we do.
Elisa, you gave a personal question. If you'd like to respond to, put a comment on Saturday's video that Violetta puts out on Saturday, there's an opportunity to win a complimentary half-hour reading, and personal questions can be answered during that reading if you're the winner.
But yeah, I need to know a little bit more about the guy and about you. So the private readings are for that reason. We have to be fair with everyone who is doing the asking about political questions or something that might be related to everyone.
Tracy,
sorry, Elisa.
Tracy Lee is asking, Saudi Arabia already lent or gave Musk, your melon, money to buy Twitter. Now they want TikTok too in about your Monday reading that they may want it. What is Saudi's agenda for buying these platforms?
They want to be a puppet masters. It's hard with Melon with the mask, but 3 cards.
1, 3, 2.
Two.
I was going past here on my count. 1, 2, 3.
Okay, 3. This one. Yeah, I saw the puppet master. So they want them to control the work, juggling with the money and keep the family happy. But it is about them. They have money and they can keep themselves in control and happy.
Well, look at how they took over the golf tournaments.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, they're no longer the bad guy. They're paying a tremendous amount of money, and their money buys.
And I'm surprised that they didn't bought any of Don-Don's golf clubs yet by Monday.
Yet.
Yet. But that will be the easy way to
Support them.
swing the money. Yeah. And pay them, $500 million. And I bet they are talking about this.
Yeah, Trump is for sale. If anybody watches Robert Reich, R-E-I-C-H, his channel, how Trump is following Hitler's playbook. And
you were talking about this all the
could
time.
Trump actually turn America into a fascist state? And he has just recently put out a new video. And if you look at these steps, Trump's already doing them, all of them right now. And the step 1 is use threats of violence to gain power. U.S. officials are facing violent threats as Trump claims voter fraud. Step 2, consolidate power. The Guardian reports that Trump says we will pass critical reforms, making every executive branch employee fireable. Associated Press says conservative groups draw up a plan to dismantle the U.S. government and replace it with Trump's vision called Project 2025, Presidential Transition Project. Step 3, establish a police state. New York Times says sweeping raids, giant camps, and mass deportations inside Trump's 2022 or 2025 immigration plan. New FBI reports on crime in U.S. Violent crimes are down 8%. Property crimes are down 6.3%. Murders down 12.7%. But NBC News says Trump would say he would pardon a large portion of January 6 rioters, and they would help control the state or the country. Step 4, jail the opposition. He's already calling for the January 6 people, anybody who's against him. Trump describes his opponents as subhuman, typical Mussolini and Hitler.
Yeah.
Step 5, undermine the free press. Axios reports that America's trust in media plummets to historic low. Trump's already doing these. He's on the way, and people, I mean, if he gets in, there will be no more elections in the United States. And that's going to affect every place else in the world. But I think there's enough opposition in the United States to
There
counter.
is no question there.
No, it's just something to be very, very aware of.
That he is going that
He already is putting out his platform for dictator,
and he's more popular than Biden in Hispanic community. That's scary. It is very scary.
Well, he considers everybody subhuman if they're not white. So,
but the Spanish after him, they love him so.
They've got people have work to do.
The younger generation prefer him than Biden, so it is scary.
Oh, well, they're around the same age, but they're at this point where they don't trust an awful lot of stuff because it keeps on being fed, like how he's even manipulating
the
courts.
propaganda, as Goebbels will say. They can take us everywhere where we want to be if we can feed people with propaganda.
And that's why it's really important to be a critical thinker and get your sources from everywhere and come up with what kind of a place you want this world to be. Not only your country, but your world. Liz Kellett.
Sometimes it's hard to train your kids to be very critical thinkers, and then they argue with you.
But it's still, they at least have the safety of expressing their opinion, not being imprisoned because of it.
Yeah, but you want to take two.
Of course, you would lock them in the room, right?
Yeah. Now I have we have the ability to have different opinions. And yesterday, my son came and he was mixing the frying pan, on the frying pan, vegetables. And we have different points of view, especially that he is pro-Trump and I'm against. And it's nothing wrong. You have to feel that I have the right to tell him that I'm correct, and he has the feeling that it will be better
But
for
he hasn't
Canada.
lived through what you have lived through.
Yeah, but
with governments that are that way.
Yeah, he has a lot of respect for me. I can't say anything wrong, but he likes me to listen to his opinion, and it's just we agree to disagree.
Mm-hmm. But you can still have that conversation.
We have to, it is, and we are going for Easter, and will be great. But
as long as you don't talk politics.
No, we would hug because you have to take this as part of your life, who you are, and I'm standing on this side, and I want to convince him that he has to.
You don't have to convince anybody.
No, it's just I'm saying that's my beliefs. You have yours. That's okay.
And my dad fought in the war and gave his life for that, and I am pro-democracy. I'm sorry, Trump's not in that scenario. So that ties in with what Liz Kellett, Kellett, I'm concerned about a family member being pro-Trump. When will people see him clearly?
I didn't read her script. So
when will people see Trump clearly? 1. What will it take? 2. 3.
They don't want to. They just want to be in opposition to us sometimes. They want to have different point of view to have argument. And it is going through the childhood, yes. We were allowing our kids to have their own opinion, and even letting them to make mistakes with the money or with the life.
Mm-hmm.
I'm always saying, I gave the birth. Whatever you do it's your choice. And they are going, but they are not going too far away. Just part-time, they are going away for some times. I know that Roman has good values, and he wouldn't go for someone who has not good values. But he is telling me it was better.
Is he only listening to Fox?
He is reading so many different books and so on. He loves to read.
Well, he's not reading the ones that I'm reading.
No, he's probably checking the one that he wants to check.
Now, Kevin Birdwell's asking questions. Nobody wants to talk about Pakistan and Afghanistan. You've asked a question about Pakistan,
and I answered,
and it's already been answered. And Afghanistan has been discussed in other readings as well. Now, Lola Bell would like, please read on Lev Parnas. Will his testimony help the Democrats?
And today, Biden's son, Hunter, didn't show up in the Congress, and he had subpoena.
Oh. Well, so maybe they should put one for him to come, and then put Jim Jordan as well, and McCarthy, and
the
whole list of others.
Whole list of them.
1. So Lev Parnas. 2.
Because not everyone knows about Lev Parnas. Lev Parnas was the guy who, and the other one was Lev Parnas, and
you have a better memory if somebody can answer that. There are so many names.
There were 2 of them that went with Giuliani to Ukraine, and they were digging apparently dirt on Biden, Hunter Biden, and related to that to his father. They found nothing, and Lev Parnas is saying we didn't find anything, and he went to the prison.
2. 3.
But they will try to take eraser. Doesn't matter that he went to the prison, that you were saying the truth. It's not matter. He has, they are just balancing what they want to sell. And they know everything what is it's safe and that the job was well done. But the Republicans want to have their own version, and they know that the guy who sold Parnas and Giuliani that story was caught on the airport, and it was taking information from Russia. So everything is not true. But with Parnas story, they will try to take an eraser and dismiss that.
The Republicans.
Republicans, yeah. I'm surprised that they still want to impeach Biden. I'm surprised.
Well, said it's not going to really go anyplace, but we will see. And that's because of Trump. He was impeached twice, and so he wants, it's a retribution, no matter what. Tropics, TROPIX 10. I'd like to know, do you see Puerto Rico becoming a state anytime soon?
3 cards.
1, 2, 3.
It has to be the enough majority of Democrats in the Senate and in Congress and in the White House. They have to have that 3 posts together, and then they will change. It's not easy. It will be wonderful for Puerto Rico, because then they will have their own Congress people and senators, but the Republicans don't want you to do that because they will lose the balance. Eventually the sun will be shining on them, but we have to wait. 7 of Wands. Yeah. And then the Empresses, yes, 8 of Wands. So, and Empresses, it will be symbol of USA having that little baby, investing in the baby, and giving the better future for the baby. It will be great for USA to have that beautiful, to add that it is USA, that they don't have any rights to express themselves. And it is because Republicans don't want to treat them right. And why the people, Puerto Rico people are not added to the...
They're allowed to pay taxes and everything, but
they're not allowed to vote. But
even Washington, D.C., they don't have a representative either.
Yeah.
Annie Moore is asking, is the Bragg case, that's the Alvin Bragg case, is it really going to begin at the end of April? Wasn't it supposed to be April 25th?
And they said 30 more days at least.
Added on to that.
Yeah. And he took Melania's emails and phones, subpoena them. So whatever she was saying privately will be his knowledge. But she can testify against her husband.
1, 2, 3.
Yeah, it's like it's growing. The pile is growing of, the information. So that there is so much information. I don't know if it will be 30 days, but we have to wait. And so, 3 of Wands, symbol of waiting for the ship to come in. And no one is supporting him. He has no shoes even. So it is symbol of standing up for himself, the judgment. Melania, your informations might be very good to brag. He might be bragging how well he did.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why she was part of that, but she is part of the family.
Yeah.
I don't know why he didn't ask about Trump's emails and his
he had so many different phones. He would be phoning. Well, you said that he had a separate phone
and it was proven eventually.
For Putin, yeah. And he says he talks to Putin a lot.
Yeah, so they have someone on his crew who is working with the phone, and he has those guys who are so addicted to him.
Now, there was a question back here a little bit. and I know I took a screenshot of it, but it was about people. Are there still people in the FBI
Who
that are loyal to Trump?
Oh, I bet they are.
You
I
had that
bet.
once before, and I think you said yes.
Yeah, yes, and that's the reason they were manipulating with the messages on the phones, and eventually
And how they got rid of them, like when the transition took place, but they found them.
they recovered those messages. So
that trial should be coming up at some point.
I know I'm impatient. I'm Leo, so the patient is not my cup of tea. I think.
Do you see Tulsi Gabbard? She wants to be Trump's vice president.
And she was fighting to be a president from
For
the
Democratic
Party. And there was
then she changed to independent. She's from Hawaii.
And there was a lot of accusations that she is working for Putin.
Okay.
So that time when she was running for president, then people were saying, you can't choose her. She is working for Putin. Okay, so I just want to.
So what's going to be her future?
To remember the whole telephone book is too much.
One.
Not that I do.
Two. Three.
But there is whole bunch of them that want to be. It's like a domino. Push one, and all of them will fall down. So this will be. She has a different point of view. Angel of Justice. So there will be some information we will learn about her, and juggling with money. They will be following some scandals about her, who is paying her for being elected.
And she's out of her seat now, I think. She went until 2021.
Yeah, because she was running for presidency, so she lost her seat.
Marla Maples, Lola Bell has commented, Marla Maples had been quoted as saying Trump kept Hitler's speeches on his bedside, that Mein Kampf. Just as
Marla Maples was his second wife.
And just as Ivana had said, Marla was embarrassed, but Trump proudly spoke of it. Yeah. Well, that's why he always hooks up with these leaders. Like the first.
It was instead of Bible. He had that.
Book. He doesn't know anything about the Bible.
No, I'm just.
The Mein Kampf. Yeah, that's his Bible. But I mean, even the first people that he had was a hidden tour, a hidden visit by Russians to the White House. And that only came out because it was on Russian TV. The Americans didn't even know about it. And then the second time, his first out of country trip is to Saudi Arabia, and then he's dancing.
He saw some Israeli secrets on that meeting. The very big secrets about something. Now he is accusing Democrats of being enemies of Israel and
Democratic Jews.
Democratic Jews, yeah. Oh, yeah. He can twist every word.
Well, everything he says is really about him. So
always look through the mirror and say, do you see yourself?
Yeah, but he tells everything in advance because he blames everybody else for the same of what he's doing.
What he wants to do or he's doing, yeah.
So the last question for today, Carol Jones is asking, Jose Andra, A-N-D-R-E, with World Central Kitchen is going to Palestine. Will he be safe?
No. He will have a lot of problems, and from both sides, from hungry people and from being there, from Israeli as well. So he is not in the safe place. But then he's always choosing unsafe places. He went in Ukraine and the bomb hit and killed someone from his crew.
So will anything happen to him? 1, 2, 3.
I see him being forced to close it. It's not that he will be able to give this in humanitarian a lot of work, and he will have to stand up for protect himself and his people. symbol of security. So, he might be for donating food and everything, but it will have to be delivered there. The kitchen, I don't think it will be there.
Okay.
So he is doing such a good job, and he has 3 daughters. He did some programs about cooking in Europe, in Italy, Portugal. But
So, and thank you again. And this is for entertainment purposes only, this show and our channel. And please do like and subscribe and ring the bell and comment, because all these things help with the algorithm, which allows this channel to get out to more people.
And if you would like to win free reading donated by Janet and Tom Burke, please write comments under Saturday video, not this one, but Saturday. On this one, please write questions. So I will have some questions. I will have to answer them on Saturday.
So now we have some prayers.
Now, first I will say Granny's advice.
Grannies?
Yes. I talked with a wonderful lady about cracking feet. So for that, use the toothpaste with the brush and brush this in the shoe, on your feet.
Any toothpaste? Doesn't matter.
Probably the sensitive is better because it's
Sensodyne.
Yeah, Sensodyne. And then wait for a while, wash it, and it's supposed to help. So I don't know. I don't have a cracking feet.
It's a good thing. You're dancing lots.
Oh, yeah, yeah, with my beautiful swallow knee.
So
that's apparently one of the remedies. Not the right word.
Patty Palmer
Granny's advices.
Patty Palmer asks for prayers for her family, her daughter Susan, as she fights for custody of her granddaughter Erilyn.
You told me about this before.
Yeah, she's still asking for prayers. Barbara Ward says, we all need to pray and meditate that all governments will want peace, love, harmony for their countries and all countries, that no country wants to have power over the world, but will help each other.
And respect for each other, inside and outside the countries.
Love Wins movement, always praying for the people in Gaza, Ukraine, and sub-Saharan Africa facing the worst starvation crisis in history.
And we have to add Haiti to that group as well. Because the poor people over there are suffering. They are between rock and hard place.
And don't comply to war. Prayers for all who are suffering from mental illness, issues, physical problems, addictions, loneliness, and hunger. May God stretch his arms around the world, healing and comforting everyone. Rachel Cortez today has had asthma since 2 and many times on life support from asthma attacks. Mm-hmm. Believed I saw Jesus one time when I was a kid.
Yeah, I saw when I was 16. I was talking about this. When the first time I had my vision, that was related to the seeing Jesus laying on the clouds and pulling his hands. I painted even that. So all the best to everyone who is suffering and who is feeling lonely. Loneliness is, I can't relate to that because I'm lucky I have always someone around me, but it is probably one of the worst things on the earth.
And Maggie Zeal is saying, treat people the way you want to be treated in life. Come from a position of love and peace. Be kind to yourself and to others.
Yeah, love yourself and love others. And always think, how would you feel in the situation when someone will treat you that way?
Yeah, be the best version of yourself.
Yeah. And don't keep the anger in you for forever. Just let it go. If you can't control someone else's madness, let them go.
That's very true.
You can't change someone else's. You can only change your approach to life and to others. And even if someone hurt you, it's their problem, not yours.
Yeah. And remember, when they point a finger at you, 3 point back. It's really about the person who's pointing.
The 3 are at you.
So it's not about you, it's about them. So anyways, Friday night, Violetta will do a reading, and she tapes that one, and it's posted on Saturday morning. Please do write your questions in the comment section after the video is released, because these ones won't go forward to that. But after the video is released, write your questions that you would like answered for Saturday release of the video. And also, if you'd like to be in the opportunity to win the free reading with Violetta, please do comment after the Saturday reading, and the draw will take place on Monday.
Yeah, Cheryl will be the boss who will say, stop.
So I get one time a week, I get to be bossy. She said I was the oldest twin that was born first.
Yeah, and she always is bossy. But somehow we managed to survive.
We've hit it off ever since we met.
So all the best to everyone. Thank you. See you Saturday on my video. Bye-bye.
Thanks for joining us. Bye-bye.
What did I do? I did.
You didn't go out.
Bye-bye.
Do you have to go back into that one, Yvonne?
Yeah, I have to go back on live. Yes, and share here. No. And tap the stream. Okay. Oh, that's okay. I have this. I can't do anything. I went close.